What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of the NRW Checkpoint, with your man about gaming, myself, WebsterStyle, the man, the voice to fragrance, and Brian Sapph. Brian, how you doing today, my brother?
Doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm still functioning, so I cannot complain. We got a bunch of new releases and one major expansion this week. Let's get into the expansion of a game that you hold very dear,
Okay.
Destiny 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Man, I be holding it. I don't know if it's dear.
All right, so we got
I like
Destiny 2 Lightfall, which is really the first major expansion they've released since the acquisition by Sony. It's on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, and PC. Of course, it's a first-person shooter. Of course, it's by Bungie. So the story of Destiny 2 Lightfall revolves around taking on the Shadow Legion, led by Callus, on behalf of Destiny's main big bad, the Weakness. You will also... There we go. Screen's too small. Text was cut off. You will also uncover a new city on Neptune called Numuna, which is under siege by the Shadow Legion. When arriving at the city, you will meet a group called the Cloud Striders. So one of the things about how long has Destiny 2 been going on now?
I mean, how long is Destiny 1 been going on? Destiny 2, let me see. At least like 5 or 6 years. Like it's been out for some time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, because I'm just thinking, I mean, I don't even know what expansion this is now or for what number, but they definitely had a lot of major expansions, and they've definitely done a very good job of crafting their world and expanding their story. It just reminds me of, and again, it's not the same, but it's like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And that's going on forever, but they've done a very good job of continuing to bolster the story and the world and the lore with each expansion. And Bungie, who are pretty much very adept at storytelling, based on their previous game works before Destiny, definitely have hit their strides with this one. And they made a couple $2 billion off of Destiny by being bought by Sony. So everybody winning in this regard.
Yeah. I mean, Destiny 2, I agree with you. It's growing in well, I wouldn't say growing, but it's definitely like standing the test of time. Like it was one of those earlier kind of open world-esque kind of like, it's a first person shooter, but then it has like RPG elements and stuff to it. And it was kind of one of the first, at least for the PlayStation 4 generation and moving forward. And yeah, they doing a great thing. I think this is DLC like number 6 or 7. I believe. Like, yeah, they've been putting them out, and I appreciate it.
Well, they keep buying, so keep buying, so they keep putting it out. So can't follow them on that one. That's just logic. That's good. That's good math right there.
Yeah,
if there's really give them a supply.
Yeah, and they're doing with the expansions, like you said, they're adding on to the storyline, and they're also like giving they're giving the fans new things to participate in. Like I think you said they just introduced who is the light group? Who is these people? The light people? Who is this light who's the people that are in charge of the new planet?
The Cloud Striders.
Yeah, those guys weren't there before.
Right.
And like stuff like that, adding on to the story, finding new ways to tweak the classes of the characters you can choose to build your character after and add new abilities. And like they do a good job with the game. I always fall back on it every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember why I started playing this game. It's fun.
Got you. Take it from Brian, ladies and gentlemen. Destiny 2 is fun.
It is.
Next up is a game, looks like by a one-man shop, and this is Dungeons of Aether. It's on the PC. We're watching the trailer for this one. Is a RPG, but from developer publisher Dan Fornace.
Okay.
And that cannot be a studio name. That has to be a proper first and last name. So that's why I say it's a one-man shop. So this is a turn-based dungeon crawler set in the Rivals of Aether universe. Control 4 new heroes as they uncover the mysteries of the Jewsvale caverns in story mode, or test your mettle in the grueling challenge dungeons. We are watching the trailer for that one.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Right. Next up, we have Scars Above, which I thought was just a really cool name. And this is on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, and PC. And we are watching the trailer for this one as well. It's an action game from developer Mad Head Studios. That is a cool name for a studio, Mad Head. And there are a whole lot of different connotations with that.
I was about to say.
Right. I didn't think of it until after I said it.
Yeah.
And then publisher Prime Matter. So Scars Above follows Dr. Kate Ward, one of a small crew of scientists aboard the Hermes spacecraft that has been sent to investigate a mysterious structure that suddenly appeared in Earth's orbit. As the Hermes approaches the structure, called the Metahedron, it suddenly begins falling into the structure. So, you know, outer space, it's going to be interesting. So we definitely want to check out that trailer. Definitely. Next up, we have Leap. And just when I saw that, you know, you think of Leap, think of what, maybe rabbits or bunnies or something like that.
Yeah.
Based on the subscription, nah.
Frogs.
No. You would think they're too frogs.
Yeah.
But it's on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, and PC. We are watching trailers. Actually a shooter.
Okay.
Right.
So we leaping through time and space. Is that the leap that they're aiming for?
I don't know. We'll find out. But it's from developer Blue Isle Studios and published by Blue Isle Publishing. It is a fast-paced, multiplayer, first-person shooter featuring epic, large-scale battles, each with players armed to the teeth. Fight for either the United Earth Defense Coalition or the rebel Exoterrans. Whoever pays the most wins your trigger finger and excessive arsenal. Okay, just by that description, it doesn't sound like it's anything new.
Yeah, it sounds like a standard a gun for hire game.
Right, exactly. So we'll see what the trailer looks like. And then last up, we have Wolong, Fallen Dynasty. And this is on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, and PC, and on Game Pass Action. Now, this is a game I thought that Monster Hunter game-esque was the Wild Hearts game. This is the one, the Tecmo game that's developed by Team Ninja. Team Ninja, if you don't know, they did it's not the original Ninja Gaiden series, but the Ninja Gaiden series that showed up in the Xbox era, Xbox 360 era. So Wolong Fallen Fantasy follows a dramatic, action-packed story of a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy version of the latter Han Dynasty, where demons plague the three kingdoms. Players fight off deadly creatures and enemy soldiers using swordplay based on the Chinese martial arts, attempting to overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within. Now, I have to say, I was actually playing the demo of this one beforehand. I believe the demo's out on all platforms, not just Xbox. And I enjoyed it, and I literally only played it for a couple minutes because the intro was just long as I don't know what. But what I was surprised to see is they had a pretty robust character customization setup. I was like, when it booted up, I'm like, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this at all. And then getting into the gameplay, I liked the gameplay. It was very smooth. It has been described by some as kind of Souls-esque as far as the difficulty. I don't know. I was just playing a demo, but I thought that the sword fighting was very smooth. The controls were really good as well. In the brief time I played it, where I angled my left thumbstick made a difference where my sword struck my opponents. So I noticed that, like, if they weren't defending their feet, aim for the feet, I can get a hit off and hit them on the feet and start to kill them that way, instead of going directly for the main body where they had the sword up and they're actively defending against me. So
that's cool.
It's definitely some nuances there. And again, I maybe played 15 minutes of the game and I picked that up off the bat. So there's a lot more there in that game. And with that, let's go right into the trailer for Wolong Fallen Dynasty, not Final Dynasty.
Oh, Neo is a good one. People like Neo. Okay. That looks interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Like I said, I've only played about 15, 20 minutes of it, but I definitely see the appeal of it, and I definitely see the intricacies of it just from the start. So I know there's a lot more to unlock in this game when the full game is out on the 3rd.
That's dope. And then the trailer looks pretty cool also. Look very, very detailed. Obviously, anytime they do games that revolve around this like feudal era of I guess was this Eastern culture? Because we on the West, right? Yeah. It always, they tend to do it pretty good as far as the way it looks. And I like the thing that you were mentioning about the combat system and the controls, because that'll be interesting for people who like to play with those like high performance controllers. You know, I'm interested. I might check this demo out today.
Yeah, check it out. I think
because I heard good things about Wild Hearts 2, by the way.
Okay.
It's been getting some really, really good reviews. So I'm definitely gonna add that to my list of things that I need to play before the backlog.
The backlog continues to grow.
yeah. Oh well.
All right. Next up is a game that may not end up on our backlogs, but we shall see. Is Leap.
They actually leaking. Okay. Okay.
Hoverboard.
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay. Okay, I stand corrected. This looks interesting.
It does. And I see
really does.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. And I don't know. It looks like a mashup of Destiny and like Apex. We were talking about Destiny earlier.
Right.
That's a part of the mechanics, the ability to be able to like jump and leap and stuff like that. Some of those hair crosses look familiar, the guns and things like that. But it kind of has like a battle royale feel to it. At least that's what I'm getting from the trailer.
Yeah, definitely battle royale if you playing against other people. So I'm like Apex, a little bit of Fortnite, because you can't not talk about any battle royale if I'm bringing in Apex and Fortnite. So
yeah.
But, all right, Leap.
I'm interested though.
Had a chance.
Yeah. Did they have is that like free to play, or do they have a price tag?
I don't know. Let's check it out really, really quickly.
Because if it's free to play, so I'm gonna tell you right now, who's the developer on this? Leap. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blue Isle Studios. If it's free to play, you might have you one, because I like that trailer.
Oh no, it says buy now on the official website. Okay.
Never mind. I still like the trailer. But you got to know your audience. You putting up a game like that looks like a direct competitor to Apex and Call of Duty and Destiny and stuff. Don't charge me for that. But it's okay. I understand.
I feel you. Next up, we have Scars Above.
Oh, it's definitely a horror game.
Sending new instructions.
Anomaly detected. You. I will not let you compromise the experiment.
The custodian. He's trying to stop us.
Kate, get out of there!
The whole world is relying on us.
Okay.
Since the dawn of humankind, our species has gazed toward the skies and wondered whether we were truly alone.
Power supply failing.
Hermes is being pulled towards it.
Hang on, everyone.
That's crazy because nobody really said like humans were alone. Like nobody said that. They just kind of be assuming.
Right. Why? This reminds me of Returnal a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
Let's do this.
Maybe a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more.
Clear what you're in. I hope
Like
it's
design, because Returnal's kind of okay.
Okay, it looks interesting.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
No, not at all. And as far as Leap is concerned, I found a Steam page. It's regular price for $30, but it's right now half price at $14.99.
Okay.
And then they have a $19.99 DLC Founders Edition for Leap.
Okay.
So it's not full price, but still,
Yeah.
you expect it to be a free to play because you know they're going to charge you for DLC.
Yeah, which is probably why the price tag for the base game is so low.
Right.
Okay, we'll see. I'm pretty sure y'all will finagle y'all ways onto the Game Pass for free for like a month or something. Same thing with PlayStation Plus. It'll probably
they
be
would be
free
smart
game.
to put it on Game Pass.
I mean,
And look, those games are built for subscription services. Straight up.
Come on now, they're gonna have some longevity. If
Exactly.
the first year or two goes well, it'll be DLC down the pipeline for as long as we can stand it.
Exactly. Next up, we have Dungeons of Aether.
Oh, that's the name of the studio. It's Aether.
I like this.
Yeah, I was ready to say this reminded me of something I used to play when I was a kid. I can't think of the name of it though. Oh, you got a little turn-based battle going on there. Okay.
This is it's old school retro, but it has a unique quality about it as well.
I want to
really
understand what the dice thing is that was popping up over his head. What is that?
Digging that battle system.
Yeah. I hope I can say the city.
Oh, that's neat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Me as well. That shit says Steam. It's not on the Switch?
No, just on PC.
Oh my God. I get it, but I don't at the same time.
Hey, look,
like,
if it does well, it'll probably end up on the Switch anyway. So
I hope. I mean, unless I be doing what you said. How much is Game Pass?
But we have a bonus game this week. Now, we talked last week and we had that really obscure platformer, Clive and Wrench. Well, we're watching the trailer for it this week.
Let's do it. Clive and Wrench, like Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. It reminds us of that in the description.
Okay.
This just looks like such a throwback.
It does.
So let me tell you, I am glad that game exists, because as I'm watching that trailer, I realized they don't really make platformers like that anymore.
Yeah, few and far between. I think I guess the last one I would consider a platformer. Guardians of the Galaxy was kind of a platform. I did a lot of platforming in that game.
Yeah, but that's, you still got RPG elements. I'm talking like straight pure platformers.
Okay.
And we had Crash 4, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
There was a new SpongeBob game that came out not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm thinking even on Xbox, it's still, if I want to like play a real, I'm sure there are others, don't get me wrong.
Definitely.
But you don't have them come out that often. Also, they don't have that high profile. Like literally, if I'm going to a platform on my Xbox right now, I'm going to Super Lucky's Tale.
Okay.
Or something like that. And Switch is Mario Land. So you got the King of Kings right there.
Plenty of platformers there. We just talked about Kirby last week.
Exactly. So it's just, I'm glad that is very much a breath of fresh air that there are still companies out there that are taking chances on making platformers in a first person shooter or third person battle royale focused gaming landscape right now.
Yeah, I think more companies should take that route, because you look at the way things are progressing in today's society with technology. We're consuming short form content more and more. It's only inevitable that people will gravitate towards games that are like, I can get this level done in like an hour, and then I'm on to the next. Like platformers, that was used to be the thing with those. It's like you play through a level, and then you get to the end, and then you're like, okay, great, now I get to continue the story on the next level. And whereas today is more RPGs are continuous. They just flow into the next scene or whatever. Take more chances with platforms, because they're great. I think, are we getting another Ratchet and Clank or Sly Cooper? I don't know. I think I heard something.
There are rumors about Sly Cooper. I don't know. It seems too soon for another Ratchet and Clank, though.
You think so?
Didn't we just get, was that Ratchet and Clank that came out around PS5's launch year, that first year?
It's possible. I missed it. I don't know. There
was Ratchet and Clank came out during the first year of PS5. So it's okay. We're talking about what, a year and a half ago it came out.
What was that? PlayStation? Yeah, the tail end of 2022. That's when PS5
it was PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, so I doubt we're getting a new Ratchet and Clank anytime soon. All
that makes sense.
Well, Brian, what's going on with you this week?
Nothing is coming to mind like right away. I've been busy working and planning, and I'm writing another episode. It's coming out. I can't say when. Either way, I'm working on that. It should be
I feel you.
Extravagant. Hasn't been much to talk about as of late. I mean, there's things to talk about. I've been out of it. Like completely focused on other things. Hogwarts Legacy for one. And sleep and outside. Yeah, I enjoy it when I get to it. Yeah, I put some winks in, get my 40 and we good. But
you get 40?
When I get the time, I put my winks in. I get the 40 if I can get there.
Well, Kuya P is also like, wait a minute, you get 40 winks? What?
Speaking of 40 winks, that's a great game that needs to come back.
I vaguely remember that game.
It was phenomenal. One of the first games that I played as a kid that had like a not horror element to it, but it was a little eerie. Like it made me go, I don't want to go around the corner on that one. But that's beside the point. Yeah, this episode, or I put an episode out like a couple of days ago. Right in the next one should be out, by the time we record this episode again. Right. Or this podcast. And then, other than that, I don't know. Stay tuned, everybody. How about yourself, Webster? What do you have going on?
Well, first up, the Ratchet and Clank, it came out June 2021. So we ain't even 2 years.
Yeah,
past
okay, that was 2
yet.
years ago.
We ain't seeing that no time soon. And much like
I want to play it though.
I'm behind as well. So I missed at the time of this recording, I'm about 3 days late, but I'm just gonna wait to watch the other episode of Picard tomorrow at the time of this recording. So I'll probably drop an episode that encompasses 2 weeks on Friday.
Great.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. So we're talking a lot of Star Trek, a lot of fragrances. I'll be talking about my experiences with Atomic Heart. Obviously, since I'm behind, I'm gonna rework the outline, but definitely those things I'm gonna be talking about. And a game that I want them to bring back. It was an obscure game. It came out. It was only on the 360. It was a game called El Shaddai, and
El Shaddai or El Shaddai?
El Shaddai, El Shaddai. But it was based on a story of the Bible, and I forget. I want to say it was like David or somebody. But it was a beautiful game. It switched from kind of that third person over the shoulder to the 2D platforming, and it was a beautiful game. And it's just one of those games that fell into obscurity, and no one's remastered it, no one has put it on digital. It's just gone. And I was like, I want to find this game. It's really sad that now we're in a time where you have backwards compatibility on all these platforms now, that games just disappear. So
it sucks.
It sucks. It sucks.
And I know they're doing that. I know they're doing their best to like give us those games, but like you could just remake them, guys. I don't know how long I've been begging for a Legend of the Dragoon remake. I understand that the original team that made that game, like Sony disbanded them and shot them into different directions within the PlayStation Studios thing or whatever. But still, that's a phenomenal game. The only true competitor to Final Fantasy.
It's backwards compatible now, though. It's on.
Yeah, the original game is still on. You can access it via like the PlayStation Plus things or whatever. But I just want a remake because I need the graphics to be, because that's what the thing. The graphics was fire for a PlayStation 1 game.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
Put that on the file. We might be talking.
We on this, and then we want it to go because we can get on this subject for a minute. Dear Sega, you will never hear this.
Oh, okay.
Can we please? I don't care about a remake. Can we just get a port of Skies of Arcadia?
That's please. We can do that. That sounds like a smart idea.
Skies of Arcadia was an amazing RPG. I mean, we got ports of Shenmue 1 and 2, and again, no disrespect to Shenmue because those games are what they were, and they're great and phenomenal. But can we get a port of Skies of Arcadia? I don't need a remake. I need the Dreamcast goodness on my Xbox, which I have. Daytona, Bass Fishing, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I got my Dreamcast on my Xbox. I need Skies of Arcadia, and I know I'm not the only one. On the internet, I'm not the only one.
You're not. I already know you're not. It's a Dreamcast game. We need the entire Dreamcast to come back. We had a conversation.
Dreamcast Mini.
Come on now. Atari. Get it. Go. Atari, come on and holla at Sega. Capcom, you can go over there as well.
Yep.
We know you know, you
Capcom
got games.
Doing it.
Yeah, but join the winning team.
We need Power Stone back.
We need a lot of stuff back.
Yeah, we need a lot of stuff. All right. We got to go. Brian, where can everybody find you?
Let's plug this ad in wherever you participate on social media, and then you should. You won't see my face because that's not my profile picture. You'll know it's me because I'll be gaming stuff on there. Like, just find it. This the app, right? If you see this and you typed it in right, and a black person pop up, my skin tone's on there. You'll see it. That's it. Talk to me on Twitter. Like my stuff on Instagram and TikTok. You can send me stuff. I like to be. That's pretty much what I use TikTok for. Just to laugh at the stuff that people send me. That's it. Oh, on YouTube, if you want to watch something I did a video for, I do those from time to time. Webster, how about yourself? I know you got the website. Come on, give me the rundown.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at WebsterStyle, on TikTok _WebsterStyle. Of course, anything and everything that is WebsterStyle can be found at WebsterStyle.com. But of course, you are currently with Nerds Rule the World. Make sure you follow us on Elon Musk's personal diary at the NRW, on Meta's new clampdown machine and charging you for verification at New Release Wednesday. And of course, you're currently on Alphabet's largest streaming video platform in the world. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Bing, bing. That's the sound it made, supposedly. Hit the bell, goddamn. Hit the bell.